He might have been showing mother sex there, though. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to another edition of the Senate Podcast. I'm your host, Neil, joined as always by my brother from another mother, and your host, Derek.
Hail.
And together we are bringing you another edition of the Senate Shorts. Just do you gotta do, brother. Just
let me get the video, man. I don't know stick up. Let me go.
This is my daughter.
I'm Rakia. I'm 26 years old, and we live in Jacksonville, Alabama. We do everything together.
Yeah.
I mean, everything.
Watch a movie together, cook together.
Twerk.
Go on, go crazy, show up.
I couldn't imagine my life without my mom being in it. It would ruin me. I wouldn't know what to do, how to function.
I've had people say that we're too close.
Okay, you got to spread it open a little. My mother and I have been waxing each other for quite some time now.
I showed her my first sex tape about 2 years ago.
I showed her my first sex tape maybe a year ago. What kind of positions do you think I should do, or what do you think we should do? And she was just like, oh, girl, prop your leg up in this angle. Maybe your back should have been a little bit more arched in this position.
You have your significant others.
Yes, and he was like, you guys are sick.
no. This is the part of this is the part of the show. These types of episodes are the ones that I do not miss. I can tell you a little story, right? The reason why we have come back is we were in a group chat and Derek would have posted a video we would have done a couple of years ago, right?
I had a threesome with a guy and his mom, and that was like his birth mother.
Wait. Hold on. So, when you say threesome, everybody interacted with each other?
She was sucking dick.
Oh, my God.
Whoa. Wait.
I want to go home.
Hold up.
Yo.
Like, who's really the worst in the situation, mother?
Oh, we can watch the next one.
What's the freakiest thing you ever did in your life?
I f***ed the guy and his mom.
What? His stepmom.
No, his like birth mother, and she sucked his like. Yeah.
How was that?
It was great. Once he looked at her and told her, "Yo, come do what you do best," it was downhill from there.
Wait, he told his mom, come do what you do best, and...
Come do what you do best. She started sucking his and then at one point they looked at me and he was like, come suck this and I was like, why obliged?
Sucked his too.
He just sucked his too. We both sucked his
Together. That is...
One big happy family.
I like that for you. I ain't gonna lie.
And that one was, to my mind, the wildest thing that we've ever covered on this podcast, to my mind, at the time. So now, Derek clearly wants to up the ante and bring this nonsense. Listen, I don't know how many times I have to say this. I never thought I'd have to say it. But this is not a healthy relationship between mother and daughter. No. Why are you waxing your daughter? Your daughter look grown.
Let people live, man.
No.
We
listen.
We watch and we do not judge.
No, we watch. But that's why we got a podcast. We watch and we judge hard. No, this is foolishness. This is foolishness. Your mother should not be waxing you. You should not be waxing your mother. You should not be saying your mother. First things first. I miss a step. You shouldn't be doing sex tapes. And certainly, if that is what you're doing. What are we doing here, Derek? We'll wait, come to. They wait, come to.
You know the rapture coming, dog.
Yeah,
When
the
we
rapture
got
coming.
mother and daughter, not
Yeah.
only participating in the sex tapes, but sharing them with each other
Yeah.
and critiquing.
Yeah. So it's like,
Send the flood. Send the flood, Jesus. Be ready. Send the flood.
I daughters, mothers, fathers, and sons. Stop the foolishness, the effery and the foolishness. God, this is foolishness and fuckery, right? Stop showing each other sex tapes to one another, and certainly stop critiquing on it. Tell your woman, Archie Batmore, you tell your daughter, huh?
Take it back.
Yeah, but put bare your bottom, put your dick. Let you go. Now you got now you got to take full shaft. You got to take dicky man. No, you can't you walk in there so you take a dicky there so you back round it. No, no round it back. No,
Sink your back.
no sink it.
Sink your back, man. You back arch and you Quasimodo. Don't know if you want to hump.
No. This no. And this is why we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back because Derek would have shown this in a group chat. And I said, we need to get back to it, Derek. This is it. We've sat on the sidelines long enough. And we've watched. And we've said, okay, time. We got your time. But no.
We had a message for this one.
Yeah, we are back. We are back. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you find yourself, if your daughter or son comes to you and say, what's me, daddy or mommy, you need to give that child a slap, no matter the age, and tell the person they got people that's paid to do that.
The hurtful part about this whole video is that the waxing is not the most
It's not the worst thing. It's
crazy thing in this video. You know?
That's secondary. That is secondary to the main course.
And almost insignificant.
Almost as it's almost like they try that out first, gotta want to make that not as bad when they make it
normalize. That's kind of like in inoculation there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, inoculate the first, get this little drizzle here, and then we hit them with the big thing later.
No, this is foolishness.
Doing
this
a
is
sex
foolishness.
tape. First, all right, let's not do sex tapes, right?
Let me normalize that.
Let's not do sex tapes.
Let me normalize not doing sex tapes.
Right? Because, you know, revenge porn is a thing and all that. And invariably, somebody's, you know, end up disseminating it, you know, because we're not exactly having sex under the covenant of marriage and all that. So we having sex with any and everybody and recording it with any and everybody. You know, let's not do that, because even though they say in the face in the case, you know, things happen, right? Everybody knows who's who.
No, the two of these here sat down in front of a camera to be interviewed to say this right? You remember once upon a time, Derek? You know, no, obviously as young men, sometimes you get some, you used to call it a blues, right? You get a blues, right? You get for those that don't know,
blues.
Right? A blues was a VHS tape that contained X-rated content, right? What one would call porn today, right? They call it a sex tape, no, right? But we would have gotten this material before. And heaven forbid, I remember one time my mother caught me and my friends watching a blues. That was not a good time for the old Empire boy. My mother saying, why everybody and roast my tail? You understand? Like, I knew.
You remember, right, Neil? There was a time when there was a very popular DJ at the time. He was caught in some still photos. He and some other people were caught in some still photos, and that was a massive thing.
That was a scandal, boy. That was 20 years ago. No, yeah, that was a big scandal, boy.
Fast forward, it may be more than 20 now, you think about it, but fast forward to today now, where people putting out the business and telling you straight away,
yeah. And but
my mother's asked me, and my mother's critique one of the
they're not hiding up. No, this is not normal. They're not normalizing this. This is
camera and let me thoughts and jump.
This is a sickness. This is a plague upon our community, and we need to out it. Right? This is not normal. I don't care what relationship you have with your child as an adult, but this is not normal. This is disgusting, reprehensible, and downright shoot. At some point, going back in history, it may have been illegal when that child was a minor. Because I don't know, I can't see how you get here. You don't wake up one day and say, Mommy, come on, what's to say? You got to start somewhere down the line back in the past. And I think that, I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask a question then, Neil, because let me just play devil's advocate a little bit. So let's say there's a lady, right? She has their grown adult daughter. And one of the two of them, they do that for a living. They provide that waxing service for a living, right? Is it appropriate then? Is it cool then?
No. If I were a gynecologist, why am I spreading out on my daughter to do it? Huh? You know that therapists do not have their children or spouses as clients.
Yeah.
Do you know doctors sometimes don't have their significant other or children as clients? Why?
Yeah.
Because
Too personal, too close.
personal, conflict of interest, etc., etc., etc. You took an oath, you got to uphold that oath, etc. No, granted, I don't think they take any such oath for waxing coochies, but I can assure you, right, that I would not want to wax, because if you say as a mother you'd be waxing, they got men that's wax too. There's got men that's do waxing,
and that most definitely becomes strange.
No man in this, you know what? Let me choose my words carefully. No man should ever be waxing their daughters or sons' private parts. So, to my question, no, there's no devil. You can't advocate for the devil here. No, they're not advocacy for the devil here. This is straight rock. This is foolishness. Don't do it. No, I don't care. You know, some people say, "Oh, my daughter's my best friend, my son's my best friend." All right, fair enough. That's good. You have that relationship, but you still gotta have boundaries, though. You know what I'm saying? But certainly, as my best friend, I don't send you, Derek. I don't send you none of my sex tapes.
Yeah, prefer not to.
Right. I don't do sex tapes. But should I? If I were a man that had such an inclination, right? I was so inclined to do sex tapes, I won't be saying there. What you did with the say? Give me best advice here. I dare very well say there's a man, no man, don't stroke the left there, so you can't hear the woman say you want it up in the right.
Yeah, you gotta lift your foot here.
You know? And what is even worse here, Derek, is that somebody's partner, camera, it was the daughter's partner was like, y'all sick. No, brother. You need to get out of Dodge.
Yeah, you gotta run for around that. Because that's setting up to be another situation very, very similar to the one that we discussed a couple of years ago now.
And then when she telling she daughter, come and do you do best, or tell your mother tell your mother to come and do you do best. No, you both to see saying that you never thought.
Folks don't do it. Folks, certain situations need to be handled by an external person. Yeah, maybe just, I don't know, maybe we all Neil. Maybe we all, it might be that. But I think certain things need to be handled outside. Otherwise, it's just...
Yeah, it's outsource your personal grooming. If you can't do it yourself, outsource
it's become a little strange when you include family members in certain things. And then certainly a sex tape is definitely that's a little there, to say the least. Let's think about it, Neil. Think about it. That's mother and daughter, right? Right? Think about father, son, right? That is weird. Think about mother, son, weirder. Now we think father, daughter, exchanging sex tape.
No, brother.
No weird.
Brother man, I like how you say weirder. Like I like how you giving it a quantifier.
It's progressively worse.
No, there's no progressive here, Derek. All bad. All weird. They're the weirder. They're the better. That weird just as any of the other examples you just give. They're the weirder here. This is all bad.
I guess because it's the two females involved.
It's
kind of like people kind of think, you could get away with it, but
not me.
For the taste that it makes it's be a little different.
No. They don't mix up for me. All is bad. Sandy Flood.
And of course, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to ensure that you do not miss any of the content we got coming for you. We can see you guys again very soon.
It's a contaminated environment. And the tutu's about that.